What's up? What's up? So we're back at it, back on the river once again. And I have my older sister here with me. So we shared this experience together. So because of the last experience that I had with my little sister, we just decided to kind of keep it close to home. But we got a little taste when we were out there because my sister could see in the water how the water was pushing. The current was flowing a little stronger, outside of here where we were. Okay, so she wasn't in the mood. My sister, my sister told her about some things that was going on, about some things that happened. We almost got stuck out that motherfucker. We went way out the fuck there, and oh my goodness. Okay, so we just kept it simple. So being with my sister, my older sister, she's really the only person to where I can completely just strip down and be myself. Like I don't smoke nicotine, I don't smoke cigarettes, but when she comes around, she smokes Black and Milds. So I will smoke the Black and Milds with her. Whatever she decides to do, whatever she wants to do, you have to have people in your life who help to anchor you, who help to remind you of who you are, where you have come. And I love being around the temptation of things and even playing around with it, but being able to have the strength to know the limit and to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like she's always challenging me. She doesn't do it intentionally, but she's always challenging me to stay harmonized and to stay grounded. My younger sister is different. We all have different spiritual gifts, abilities, and talents. And with me being who I am, I can see people's gifts and I can see their talents. And I also see how their gifts and their talents are beneficial for me too. So when it comes to my younger sister, she's a little more restrictive because she's a vegan. So her lifestyle is set up around being a vegan, and you'll say, oh, well, you can still be yourself and let her be her. But at the same time, my thing is that my younger sister teaches me how to be for other people. Because she's different. Yeah, at one point in time I used to be a vegan, but I'm not that anymore. And so I understand what she goes through as a vegan. I understand like how sometimes, in a meat eating world, people really don't care about, veganism and all that type of stuff. So, there are some things that I do hold back on when it comes to her because, I want to be able to support her. I want to be able to relate to her. It's a lonely journey with being a vegan when you're not surrounded around community. But even still within community, you'll find that there's a lot of adversity, within community. So sometimes you find yourself, feeling or being alone, so when my younger sister comes, I'm usually trying to find a place for us to eat to where we can eat together. I have no problem with eating, vegan food, but when we're all together, it's like we're all trying to find something to where, we all can go out to eat, you know what I'm saying? Or, we try to do our best to make sure she's good. So if she wants to go to the store, if she wants to grab her something when we go into the store, when we find like little vegan snacks and stuff, we show her, introduce her if she wants to try it. But I mean, she's like high quality level vegan. She's checking everything on the labels, honey. Okay. So, the balance between my sisters are a beautiful one.